Guys, hope everyone is safe and healthy in their homes. I wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit about some of the stuff that we do here at the house. Please excuse my hair, I have it pulled back. I actually work for the airline industry, so we've had lots and lots of phone calls here lately. So I've been working and then after work coming and homeschooling and just trying to find extra stuff for the kids to do since they have to pretty much stay in the house and not able to go anywhere. We are normally a baseball family, so for us, we're so used to going to practices and baseball games. I have one who plays basketball, so now that we have eliminated some of those events for right now, it's been a little hectic keeping these guys occupied, but I just resort back to some of the stuff that we've done before, and so far that's working. So I wanted to share with you some of the stuff that we've done before, so maybe I can give y'all some ideas if you like. If it helps you, that's great. If not, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help you. I homeschooled 3 of my boys, and I actually have one that's in public school. But this is some of the stuff that we do when we're at the house. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you. This is a table of stuff that I have all out. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we use. Some of the stuff is my curriculum that's almost already there, but I'll show you some extra stuff here. So let's get started. Okay, so a part of our curriculum, actually most of our curriculum, is actually literature based. I use the Sunlight curriculum. I love that curriculum. I can go into more depth with you if you think about homeschooling because I just love that curriculum. I've also used a couple of others that are really good, but for my children, this one works out perfectly. Like I said, it's literature based. So we normally do read alouds, and they have independent reading as well. But whenever we do read alouds, there were some times when I would read a book and I noticed that they just were not paying attention. Their minds were everywhere. They were everywhere, and they would start complaining. They started asking if I was done yet and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, I need to do something to get them engaged. I need to figure something out. So what I did do was, let me give you an example. So we were reading the book Charlotte's Web. This book came with our curriculum, but you can pick it up anywhere. Half Price Bookstore is really good. I use that place a lot. But anyway, we were reading Charlotte's Web, and my kids were just not into it. I love the story, but they were just not into it. And I didn't want to just put a movie on for them. I wanted them to listen to me read. I wanted them to use their imaginations. So I was like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have them start drawing pictures of every chapter that I read to them. So we started our book of Charlotte's Web. I don't know if you can see that there. I'll see if I can try and get that to adjust. There you go. So basically, let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what we did. So here's our picture book of Charlotte's Web. And basically all it is just, like I said, construction paper stapled together. And whenever I would go through and read a chapter, I would make them draw a picture of what they thought the chapter was about. Let me turn sideways. So this was the first chapter. And if you look very closely, you can see a little Wilbur right there. So these were some of the pictures that they would go through and they would draw based upon the chapter that we were reading. They loved this idea. I had those kids asking me to read more than one chapter, and I was so very proud of myself because they were listening to the story. They were thinking about what they wanted to draw. There's Charlotte right there. They were thinking about what they wanted to draw, and they just loved the fact that they were able to draw a bunch of different pictures. This is a very good idea. Like I said, you can read any book and just have them draw. Have them draw. There's a note from Albert there. Have them draw what they think it's about. So something to think about for the kids whenever you're reading to them or they're reading to you, whichever, and they can go and draw the picture afterwards. But just something to think about for the kiddos. Another thing that we do when we're here at the house is we do sight word bingo. Sight word bingo, you can actually print this off on Pinterest. You can go through, look for sight word bingo, and it'll allow you to do a free download. This came with the curriculum, but it's a very good idea, and it's very good for the kids when they learn their sight words. I think you can print off like a couple of different levels on Pinterest if I'm not mistaken, but this is a very good idea. All the kids love to play it. Ashton plays it, Noah plays it. It's actually for Noah. Noah plays it, and little Albert plays it just so he can help his brothers. So it's something fun that they can play with, and it's a good idea. Another thing that we do, let me come up here and grab it because they were actually playing this yesterday. It's not even in the pack. Where'd it go? Mexican bingo. There are some of us here in the house myself included, that do not know Spanish. So Mexican bingo, just, I mean, it's not like a whole lot of words, but I mean, come on, son. Stuff like that, you can help them learn how to play. This is like, I don't know, $2 or $3 at the store. But it was a fun way for them to learn Spanish words and play. We would just get our little beans and we would put it on there, and it was a whole lot of fun. You might not want to use beans right now because I know there's a shortage, but I'm kidding. But still, that's a very, very good idea. We would go through, I would send them outside with chalk, and they would go through and they would chalk outside. One thing I did with Ashton was whenever Ashton had some spelling words, I would have Ashton and Noah sometimes go through, and with Play-Doh, I would have them go, like if it was a number 7 or the word, whatever word it was, cat, I would have them spell it out, the spelling words, and if it was a number, I would just draw 7, and they would have to go and put 7 little objects, and I'd do it vice versa. I'd go through and do 7 objects, and they would do the number 7. So something like that. That was fun because it was hands-on. I've also done like a cereal box. I would cut the cereal box, just the top of it off, the top of the cereal box, and I would tape it really good, and I would fill it with salt. And Ashton would go through, Noah's done a couple of times when he was younger, go through with their finger, the letter A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, whatever it was, and they would go through and do that. I've done the shaving cream on the table thing. I've done all that. Kids are very hands-on. They love when they can do stuff hands-on, and it actually helps them learn better. I think my kids help them learn better. I have a couple of websites for you. Like I said, I use Sunlight. That's the curriculum I use. And if you go online right now to sunlight.com, they're allowing, I believe, let me check. Yes, 3 weeks of free lessons for the kids. And Sunlight has pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. So if you have kids who are out, well, of course you do have the kids who are out of school, but it's just something to think about if you just want to help them with their studies so that they don't forget. That's a good place to go to. You can print stuff off. Sunlight is very good, like I said, very, very good. Another website is The Good and the Beautiful. If you go to thegoodandthebeautiful.com, you can print off the whole full year of homeschooling for your child. That's a very popular website for homeschoolers because some of the people don't want to pay for curriculum. They want to just go on there and print stuff out for free. Very, very good program. It's the Charlotte Mason kind of layout, so it's still very, very good. I actually bought the book because, well, I don't have time to print stuff out. And I like hands-on stuff. My kids like hands-on. But it's a really, really good program. Let me flip the camera on. I'll show you this real quick. So this is The Good and the Beautiful. They give you the lesson. You go through and do the lesson all the way through. It's filled with really, really nice pictures that the kids can just look at and observe, and sometimes there'll be questions based upon that. And then you have worksheets in here, commas in a sentence, just different things that they can learn. I use this, but I did not write in it because you can get, like I said, whenever you purchase the book, you can also get the free download. So I would just download these pictures and they would write on that instead. But this is a very, very good curriculum. Like I said, it is free for ages, I believe it's pre-K through, it's either 2nd or 3rd grade, I'm not sure. But free curriculum for the whole year. Something to think about there. It's very, very good. So it teaches them so many different things. This was very good. Albert loved it. Noah loved it too, but Noah needed something a little bit more in depth, something to help him with reading. So that was very good. Also with The Good and the Beautiful, you're allowed to do a lot of print-offs. They have phonics cards you can print off. Again, I actually went and purchased them, but you can print these off at home, and the kids have phonics cards. They also have, let me grab this real quick. They also have little books that you can print off and cut out and staple. Mine came in sheets, and I would just cut them, and I went through and I stapled them, but you can print these off as well. And there are tons of little books. Let me show you this pack I have. It's a pack, and it's full of a bunch of little books that the kids went through and they read, and tons of free stuff. That website is a very, very good website as well for people who want free curriculum, right now is a very good time to utilize that so that the kids can keep on learning from a distance. Some other stuff that we did was, let me come over here on this side. Let's see, cards. I went through and before all this happened, and tons of phonics cards, not phonics cards, tons of sight words cards, division, shapes and colors, addition, tons of cards. Dollar store, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, all those places have that. You can go through there, pick those up. If you get a chance to get out, you can go through there and pick those up so that way the kids can learn. Make a game out of it. I mean, what shape is this? Start go, oh, yay, okay. And, you know, we have different games that you can play with that. Also, they have money, the little fake money. I think this was at Target. In the little aisles that are in the front. Little fake money there. Go through, teach them the value of $1, what it is, how much stuff costs. I would put price tags on little items that we had here at the house, give them the money and they'd have to pay, and then we'd make change. That's how they learn how to do that. Just like I said, hands-on stuff. What else? We played lots and lots of games. We did that. Another website for you, let me grab my paper so I can remember what I was going to tell you. Another site is the Abeka. Some people have the Abeka curriculum. The Abeka curriculum is really good. My children, though, it was probably a little bit too hard for them. But if you have students who like the challenge, hey, Abeka is very good. Abeka, I think right now, because of everything that's going on, I heard that they lowered their prices and might be doing free print-offs also. I'm not sure, but you may want to look into that. There's also howtohomeschoolforfree.com. Yes, that is their website. Howtohomeschoolforfree.com. It gives you lots of resources you can go through, different kind of websites, different links that you can click on there, and you can print off printables as well, you know, schoolwork, just a bunch of different stuff like that. Pinterest. Oh my gosh. I love Pinterest. You can just put in free homeschool printouts and it will give you thousands of different things that you can use for that. So definitely check that out. I love Pinterest, like I said. I mean, I've printed out so much stuff from Pinterest, it's not even fair. I've printed off math problems from there, quizzes, just stuff that I didn't want to have to go through and do. I actually didn't have the time to go through and put stuff together, but that just helped whenever we were on the road. Hey, let me give you do this little quiz real quick. Of course, they didn't like it, but it was just something to help them keep them engaged and keep them in the whole aspect of learning. So that was something for them that it was okay. I mean, right now it would be very good, but just something to think about. I'm trying to think of other stuff that we have. We do lots and lots of different things. If I have a spelling word with the kids, I'll get Post-its, put it either on the floor or on my door, give them a little softball and have them spell out. I'll do ABCs all on my floor. And then I would give them a word and they would go and toss the ball to the letter. What letter was next? The word apple. They'd go A-P-P-L-E, apple, and they would go through that. Noah loved that because Noah is my child who likes to throw stuff. That game really helped him a lot. You can also do, let's see, we do something called a challenge. I actually had the kids play that earlier, so I'll put that on another video for you. That was a whole lot of fun, so be looking for that one. Let's see, we do fraction pizza. This is the game that I picked up from Mardell's Christian Bookstore. This thing, the object of the game is to make sure that you have all the pieces to make a whole pizza pie. And I'll show you some of the stuff here. I heard that you can also print something kind of like this off on Pinterest. I think though they charge like, I think it was like $4 or $5. I'm not sure. But it's little pieces. And you can print them off and you glue them to paper plates. So that's a very good idea. I mean, I wish I'd have known that. But it's basically like this is like a half of a pizza. And if they guess that it's a half, then they get to move on to the next step. So very, very good. Look for that on Pinterest as well. Something for the kids to play. They love that, and also teaches them their fractions. Another good website is signingtime.com. They have signing time on there that teaches the kids how to learn sign language, and they also have Rachel and the Tree Schoolers. It's like science and signing and a mixture of other little things together. So those two are really good, very, very good websites to look into that helps them learn a second language. Hey, the kids can learn a second language while they're at home. I would also look into teachingtextbooks.com. Teaching Textbooks is just for math, and on that website, I believe right now they have, you can go on there and do a free trial, and I think the free trial, if I'm not mistaken, is like 30 days, which is perfect right now. And it lets the kids go on there. You just put the grade level in there, and it gives them math problems, and you don't have to do anything because there's like an automated little person in there that goes through and actually teaches them the problem, breaks it down for them, and shows them how they come up with the answer. So look for those two websites also. I think that's basically all the stuff I can think of for now. I know I have tons more, but for right now, that's the only thing I can think of. But what I will do is I'll go through everything, and I'll see if I can find more stuff and make more videos for you. But in the meantime, try some of these ideas out and see how it works for you and let me know. So try and stay safe, stay healthy, and be sure to take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.